of course, my my dumbass forgot to turn off push to talk, so I already did the introduction. How's it going tonight, Aaron?
Wow, I missed the entire intro. This feels so bad. Oh my god. How's it going, dude? What's up? It's poppin'.
It's been a while since I've commentated anything not solo. You know, feeling a little rusty right now, to be honest with you. But it's good start of the year tournament to get back into everything.
Yeah, the last tournament I had a co-commentator for was NWC Grand Finals, and then NADT happened, and I solo casted everything in it. So right in the same boat with you on that one. But it's Kevin and it's Dylan, so like we actually can just hang out because it's just gonna be a giant meme.
That's pretty true. They started off the match by waiting for Kevin to finish playing the pool before joining in and just picking warm-ups anyway.
Yeah, it's I don't know. They're just trolling. It happens. I actually do think that despite this is probably going to be a really good match because I think they're at pretty similar skill levels right now. I know both these guys have been setting some pretty nutty scores and some pretty different skill sets lately, so it should be pretty fun.
Yeah, I also think this is going to be fun in terms of just like matchups overall, right? Kevin is much more of a hard rock player than Dylan is. Exarch is going to be trying to, I think, abuse a lot of the reading focus maps and maybe some of the more unconventional stuff in general. Vivace, I think, is probably going to be a lot better off on, you know, your Nomad ones, your hard rock ones, your DT ones.
There is not a chance they play hard rock one. I'm about 99.9% sure that gets banned.
Yeah, they already said they would ban that in general.
Literally already
but
said he's banning hard rock one, so yeah, that's gonna get taken right out, which sucks. It's half of our nice all-English hard rock pool. I'm gonna be very sad to see that going away. But yeah, I think, you know, Kevin probably picks some standard stuff, and Exarch probably picks some of his specialty stuff. I'm curious if we get the you know, famed Exarch speed. I would love some Exarch speed in my day.
I'd like some Exarch aim. I want to see Nomad 1 get picked by these players. It's actually still easy enough right now that both of them can definitely full combo. It's completely RNG on that map, so I feel like it's probably just going to be left up until the end of the match.
I like this Nomad one. It's like a nice little OWC, I think, what, 2019? That was last year? Throwback? Memory serves?
I forget when it was used. It's got some slightly more interesting patterns than, you know, your standard anime aim map, but it's still an aim map through and through for sure.
This was it's a Nomad 1 aim map, but it's a Nekomata Master song, so that just, you know, makes it all the better. I could just listen to Nekomata Master for all day. You could make an entire pool, I think, out of Nekomata Master, and I'd be cool with that.
Honestly, if you had custom mappers, you actually probably could make an entire pool out of Nekomata Master. I feel like there's enough, like, genre variants, BPM variants, where you could actually do that.
Yeah, I think there's definitely picks for about everything. The only, I don't know, Nekomata Master, like, stream maps, I'm not sure what songs of theirs would lend themselves to that kind of Nomad 2 type of thing, but, like...
I think, like, Encounter would maybe be the closest thing that you could use, right? The one with the Ice Cult difficulty that's just a bunch of streams layered on top of each other.
Yeah.
But it'd be more of a burst map. You might be able to, like, map some invisible sounds and get away with it.
Most of the other stuff would be super easy, though. You could definitely, especially a pool like this one where it's a little smaller, like, you could do Nomad 1, Nomad 3, Nomad 4, both hiddens, both hard rocks, all the double times, like, super easily, so...
Yeah, I think the only question is the stream map.
Alright, this new tournament concept, each pool is constructed of maps of songs by a single artist. I don't think there's many artists that would be feasible for, but Nekomata Master, maybe Camellia, because he makes everything.
That's true. Exarch getting distracted by the plot in the background of the map. Unfortunate loss on the first warm-up for him.
It's some Apraxia in the background moments. Nothing like a good Apraxia in the background warm-up map, though, am I right? Or am I right?
I don't know. What's our target audience on this
I
tournament again?
I am not right.
This tournament has a target audience? I'm not actually even sure.
Does it actually? I don't. I'm an admin and I don't know. I'd have to ask Nick about that. Well, he's probably sleeping.
I just showed up because Nick needed a commentator, and then it's like, oh hey, I can't actually commentate the matches you need commentators for. So. To your Nomad 3s that maybe previously you didn't, and so you end up with maps like this week's where it's something that's not as conventional as an alt pick, but it has that kind of essence of, you know, you have to have this sort of alt finger control and aim control for it, but it's at a little bit of a higher level than I think you're normally used to.
Yeah, for sure, and I think it fits well with the slider tech map in Nomad 4 for this week, because that map is just slider hell. I mean, there's really not much else to say. If you can't follow sliders to a really high level of proficiency, you're going to have a really bad time playing that map. There's not much else going on, so it works pretty well with an alt map that's really, really finger control focused and reading focused.
It's crazy to me to see this Nomad 4 again, actually. I remember how popular it was in tournaments, like, back in 2018, after it had gotten ranked, you know, that previous winter. I remember seeing it in, like, I think it was in Dual Cup and some other stuff way back then. And, like, it was actually, you could probably have considered it an overused map set back at that time. But it's been so long now, it's like able to come back in the meta because it's just not something you see every day anymore. And that was the fastest ban phase in first pick ever. Holy cow.
Yeah, we didn't even get to really talk about it because we were talking about Nomad 4. But Hard Rock 1 ban from Exarch, confirmed in general chat beforehand. Hidden 1 ban for Vivace. Pretty standard stuff. And DT2 first pick by Vivace. This is 234 BPM DT streams. And it is 1 minute and 12 seconds long. If you miss 100 combo in, you've just dropped 200,000 score.
This was back from Hippo Cup, I believe, last year, which V1, you know, so it's a little different in that regard, but still, you know, it's a type of map that plays kind of similarly in V1 and V2, because you lose a lot of score losing any combo at all, no matter what, and we already see Exarch with that early drop that may have just kind of early lost in the map, especially being down 3% accuracy already.
Yeah, we saw in the earlier match, or I saw Zillus versus Abraham R. Zillus dropped combo, 150 combo in, and then proceeded to get 98.5% accuracy on the rest of the map, but still lost to a 94% full combo, despite only dropping a slider break 150 combo in. And Exarch is in an even worse spot, down accuracy, down combo to Vivace, down 250,000 score or so, and growing. So definitely going to be a good first pick for Vivace. Probably just going to close this out cleanly.
Yeah, this is... Oh, he does find a break, but it's not going to matter because it's so late. Yeah, this is just, you know, Exarch speed. Not necessarily his specialty at all times. I feel like I would expect him to do a little better than that on this, but very very solid performance there from Vivace for the quick 1-0. Very speedy. This is, like, actually a super speed runnable pool. You have, like, Nomad 4, Hidden 1, Hidden 2, Hard Rock 2, double time, all the double times, like very short maps, a lot of these.
Yeah, there are quite a lot of short maps, and speaking of, this is another one of those fairly short maps, only 2 minutes long, 180 BPM, and like we talked about before, just slider hell. Follow the sliders, and if you don't, you lose.
Yep, it's a Rego slider map. If you are familiar with either of those two concepts, you know what you're getting yourself into. You know, used to have kind of occasional, like I said, sightings of all three top diffs of this set. So if you were been around the tournament scene, you will probably have been fairly familiar with this song and map. And it's a bop, actually. I like this song. Zach, really good artist.
Yeah, we saw this picked in Zillus versus Abraham also. Just because of the song, Abraham wanted to last pick a good song, and this was the only good song that was left up other than Hard Rock 1. So ended up going with this one.
You get the nice little free combo, so you can get established in the map, and then all hell just kind of gets unleashed upon you once you get into the drop.
Yeah, this intro is just nothing compared to the actual hard sections of the map. Even this is still completely free combo.
Oh, but Kevin does drop on that big X jump, and then that's going to give Exarch a bit of an early lead. If he can hold on just a little longer, it's already going to be over, in fact.
He doesn't hold on halfway through, though. He does find a miss on one of the cut stream patterns. And Vivace has an in back into this map. It's not very much combo that he has as an advantage, but Exarch finds a miss once again on one of those cut stream patterns, and slider breaks one of the fast sliders afterwards, and now that is a 160 combo in the favor of Vivace. Accuracy as well on his side. He can actually take this as a breakpoint.
Yeah, the lead's going to go back over in this section as long as Vivace holds on, and it does. But we do come into the second drop where things get very difficult again in the last quarter of the map, and that's going to determine the outcome here. But that's a pretty big combo lead if you can hold on.
Well, players are able to hold on to these really long repeat sliders just long enough and follow them, and Exarch once again on the cut streams 3 times now has found those combo breaks again and again on the cut stream patterns where Vivace has been able to hold on, specifically in the second half of the map. Really nicely done from him to pick up that break point on Exarch's first pick.
Yeah, and only 504k for Vivace, but that's a 1 miss. I mean, the accuracy obviously makes the score drop pretty significantly, but that is a really impressive place to see a break point and, you know, 1 miss on that map, especially early on in the match. That's very, very solid. Exarch Not going to be probably most pleased, unfortunately, with the places he broke on if he did indeed FC that earlier in practice. That's kind of the unfortunate thing that happens. Always worst play in match sometimes gets you.
Especially, you know, early on into a match where nerves are definitely a lot more up front for a lot of players, a lot more present for a lot of players. I think I saw that with Zillis in the previous match. Really had heavy nerves on a lot of the aim maps early on. And speaking of aim maps, we have DT1 Kuchisuke Diamond getting picked up by Vivace, 2 DT picks in a row. And these are definitely the 2 raw speed picks in the pool. DT3, much more control focused, much gimmickier than either of these 2 other DT maps.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's probably familiar with Kuchisuke Diamond as a song. Of course, you have the very well-known older TV size set. This one, I am gonna, I think, have to re-download. It's been updated since I last downloaded this, but much of a, you know, kind of full version farm set still. So let's see what happens here. I'm gonna re-download this real quick, so hopefully I can have it.
Yeah, this is 3 minutes 52 seconds without double time. That's about a minute and a half, or 2.5 minutes or so with DT, so fairly long. An AR 10.2 with double time as well. We're still not quite at full on AR 10.3, which I honestly do expect a bit of by now. You know, round of 16 in the open rank pool, you usually have some AR 10.3, but easing into the high AR picks right now. Definitely a fairly bursty aim pick in DT as well, 246 BPM, and a lot of these bursts are fairly non-trivial. It's not a map where you can just fling your cursor around and actually hit the notes. You have to be able to hit the burst with some level of proficiency to get some combo and accuracy together on the map.
I think both these guys are more than...
I think Aaron cut out there for a second, but yeah, definitely both of these players should be able to hit all of these patterns pretty well. I think it's going to come down to execution in match. Vivace, especially after DT2, definitely favored on this map in terms of raw speed, but Exarch is definitely no slouch in that regard. Not very well known for his speed, but someone who can definitely play maps of this level.
Both players still seem pretty comfortable. I mean, holding on almost identical accuracy in FCs to the first 500 combo, so definitely, you know, it kind of has that no-man-one feel, where you can just kind of break somewhere and lose because the other person's FCing. Which is the best in that regard. I re-downloaded the map and it won't unload. And there's the break from Exarch, though.
Yeah, halfway through the map as well is just a really rough place for Exarch to find that break. And we've now got 3-0 at the lead for Vivace. Kind of a foregone conclusion at this point. Breaks halfway through for Exarch, and Vivace holds on into 3/4 of the map, 700k to 500k. Yeah, GG written out from Exarch on this map at least, for sure.
Those early match nerves, he was talking about being nervous a little bit in between those last couple maps, and holding on. Late break from Vivace, but will not affect the outcome at that point. Already up by almost 300,000 points, so not the end of the world. Just better early performance here, much more consistent on all 3 of these first 2 picks.
Yeah, unfortunate slider break and miss at the end for Vivace, but like you said, just more consistent overall. And for Exarch, it really comes down to the timing of the miss. You know, if he misses at the end of the map instead, maybe it does actually go his way, but the miss right in the middle kind of dooms your score to 700k or so, and that's what we see from him on this map.
Yeah, it's kind of the unfortunate state of affairs with, well, not just score v2, I mean score v1 it can happen as well, where missing in the middle is just so damaging to your score. But we do go into the hidden pool. We saw Vivace banning out hidden 1s, we're going to see hidden 2 bullet. Maybe change...
Yeah, I think this is going to be the map that Exarch looks at to sort of change the course of things. You did cut out there, I think, at the end, maybe push to talk on Discord malfunctioning.
Dude, my push to talk is being eaten. It's okay. I don't know. Discord mode.
It happens. This map is really, really gimmicky. Super flow aim heavy alt map that's
Almost a 400k score difference on that one. Definitely much better for Exarch on that pick than the preceding one. So hopefully we can take a little confidence going forward. Maybe get this thing a little closer now. Question is, Vivace going to Hard Rock? Yes, he is. Hard Rock number 2. The circle size small Hard Rock pick. Boom, boom, boom.
It is
mapped by Alden.
I was gonna say it is the ever so standard, ever so common CS 6.5 Hard Rock for small circles. This map is just aim. There's nothing weird about this map. It's just CS 6.5 aim. 216 BPM. Don't let 108 fool you. It's mapped in 1/4 with jumps. Also a very short map, once again. None of these maps have been longer than 3 minutes. Even the long DT pick was still less than 3 minutes long with DT applied, so a pretty short match overall. We are already on the 5th map of the match, even despite getting started late.
It's the best thing about 1v1 on short pools. The matches just do not take very long. If you're a fan of, no downtime, quick paced matches, then boy is 1v1 the place to hang out. Yeah, like you said, a lot of straightforward aim in this one. Not much more to it than that. A couple of slightly wonky sliders, but really nothing crazy. It's mostly just about the fact that it is circle size 6.5, making for that little more precision aim and things.
I think depending on how this map goes for Vivace, we might see Free Mod 2 get picked up after this. I think obviously Exarch should be picking No Mod 3 after this, given how the match has gone so far. Maybe he feels more comfortable on another map, you never know. But if Vivace is able to win this pick pretty handily, free mod 2 is AR 7.5 and circle size 5 in free mod, so I think would definitely be favored on Hard Rock in general for that map.
This one's staying real close here, though. Literally identical accuracy for the players. Score gap only 5,000 points apart, just based on where those hundreds have been. So you could see Exarch picking, maybe into that no mod 3 with the chance to tie things up if he can maintain this very slim advantage on this pick, which, again, getting those nerves out, get that confidence up going into another pick that, like you said, might be something favored to him. Can make for an interesting turn of events going forward in this match.
I think part of this is maybe Exarch just being more comfortable on Hard Rock than Vivace is with Hidden, or the Hidden pool being more gimmicky than the Hard Rock pool. This map is very, very standard, but Exarch does find a slider break at the end of the map. At the very end, 700k into it, 2 slider breaks come through for Exarch, still winning in accuracy, but Vivace combo games him all the way to the end of the map, despite being down a full % in accuracy. That is unfortunate.
That's such a tragedy, man. He's gonna win on accuracy by like 1%, and Vivace just comes out and gets the FC, and well,
man,
that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, folks. Unfortunately, you got to prioritize the combo over the axe sometimes, and I mean, even still, 97.93, like that's not bad accuracy by any means, but Exarch looking a little cleaner, and he's gonna go Nomad 2 instead of Nomad 3, so it's gonna be Atp Satmer Vatkatshin be at Utifatl Satshine. Somebody needs to have a word with this artist that ats don't replace
random
things
letters
that aren't the letter A.
Yeah. Vacation works, everything else doesn't work, because the rest of them are either just randomly placed in there, as in Ha-at-P, where there's just an at sign next to an A instead of replacing it, and then all the other ones are just not the letter A. This is a really flow-aimy map, though. I could sort of see why this was the next pick for Exarch. It is a stamina map, but it's a very, very aim-focused stamina map.
We actually just got slow slidered on the first slider of the map. Yeah, anyone who was around for... was around for 4-digit World Cup will remember this pick because it was in the pool there.
This was also in a pool in some other tournament that I played, but I can't remember which one it was. Regardless, this has been around for quite some time. I think it was supposed to be an OWC Nomad 2 pick for this year or the previous year in 2019.
I don't remember hearing about that, but I, would not be surprised if that were the case. Yeah, Miles saying this map sucked. I don't know if I'd say it sucked, but like there's definitely parts in this that are a little bit questionable in terms of their spacing and the way the flow aim requirement kind of ramps up over the course of the map. But I don't know, it's not the worst. And I think in an open rank tournament like this, it's a little more viable than in a 4-digit tournament, maybe. I don't know.
Although
the song title just bothers me. That's all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that and any map where the difficulty ramps up over the course of it is just kind of a okay. Well, as soon as you miss, you lose sort of map, especially in 1v1. But we'll see how it goes for these players, both of whom should be pretty comfortable, pretty far of the way into a pretty long way into the map. You know what I meant to say.
I wasn't gonna say anything. You called yourself out on that one, man. But yeah, you can see like just these stream shapes are really, and then there's those kick sliders in that stream, that cause Vivace to find the first break for the 2 players. Like that's kind of inted on the low-key, and that's gonna be Exarch now taking a pretty decent advantage. But Vivace still with the accuracy lead, just ways behind in combo.
Yeah, it's the reverse of last map. Exarch able to hold on to the combo more than halfway through the map, and 98%, definitely not bad accuracy. Rewarded for the combo game, though, once again. Holds on to FC, where Vivace just can't. Finds those breaks on those repeat sliders, and finds a miss as well afterwards.
I think we're about at the juncture where this will be over, just because of the score gap being over 100,000 points. Just gotta get a little bit farther, I think, here for Exarch, and they'll be home free. There's the break going so that is gonna seal the deal. This is a very good performance here from Exarch. Feeling pretty comfy on this pick, it seems. Of course, as I said, yep.
But doesn't really matter. He's more comfortable than Vivace, that's for sure. Vivace finding multiple breaks where Exarch has only found the one set of combo breaks so far. 650k into the map and 98% accuracy, tied up at this point with Vivace due to the sheer number of misses that Vivace has dropped on this map.
Yeah, I think Vivace will probably have the lower 100 count by a decent margin, but that miscount with that one chain miss is going to look pretty rough, unfortunately. But Exarch doing what he needed to do, you know, staving off the first of several match points that he'll be up against. And now, next pick Vivace's first match point on his own pick. You know, with a pool this small, you're already kind of dwindling in terms of options. He's gone the 2 DTs, he's gone the 1 hard rock that was available, the 1 hidden that's available is gone. You know, this pool starts to get pinched pretty quickly.
Where is my Nomad 1 pick, Kevin? I'm ready for more standard jump maps. It's actually going to be free mod too. Okay, and this is actually what we were talking about with the CS 6.5 pick in Hard Rock. Maybe lending itself to this CS5 AR 7.5 free mod map by Yaspo. Playing this Nomad or Hidden is just rough to read, honestly. You know, there's not any patterns that are ridiculously tough to read, but AR 7.5 on Hidden is just so much harder than AR 8 with Hidden for a lot of players. I'm kind of interested to see whether Exarch just bites the bullet and goes Hard Rock, or whether he takes the Hidden and tries to pull off the better reading, better accuracy play.
Yeah, this is... you see, you know, when you get the free mod picks like this, you know, we remember back to stuff in other tournaments that have had these really
never mind double hidden Hard Rock.
It's gonna be double hidden Hard Rock, so their multiplier is gonna be the same. So we're not gonna have to do any crazy numbers stuff. But I was just gonna say, like, anytime you have, you know, the CS5 or smaller, and then like AR 7 or 7.5, like that just becomes so difficult to choose what your mods are gonna do. But kind of gonna avoid that issue by just going both Hard Rock or both hidden Hard Rock, excuse me.
Yeah, and at this point now, the main difficulty in the map comes from a lot of really spaced back and forth triples and other sort of odd patterns like that that are just really tough to control your cursor accurately with on Hard Rock.
Both these players, I mean, if only judging by their performance on you know, Hard Rock 2, we just saw the other CS 6.5 map in the pool. Both players, I think, will have a pretty fine time with the precision aim required of this. They seem to have that level of cursor control required. Even though this is a very different kind of map, I think both are going to be okay with it. It's going to be, I think, a little bit about who combos the best, much like several of these other maps have been. It's really, a lot of times been, you know, 1 or 2 drops here and there, and that's all that separates them. So I'm guessing this map may be no exception to that. So far, barely even separate, just a couple hundreds. Both holding on to the combo through the first half of the map.
Yeah, I mean, the score is just flickering back and forth. They've got basically identical accuracy. It's so close between them right now. At this point, we're over halfway through the map. It should just be decided by whoever misses first loses at this point, unless somebody else drops a ridiculous amount of accuracy afterwards.
Oh, and there's the Exarch slider break. Oh, you hate to see it, man. That's been just his bugaboo in this match. I tell you what. Those slider breaks where Vivace holds on. And he's going to take the lead, and probably that's just going to be the match, honestly. Yeah. I don't really see much of a way back into this one as he continues to break a couple more times. You can definitely see some cursor dance frustration there from Exarch, not his happiest, but Vivace just comboing like it's nothing. A really good performance from him here on this pick.
Yeah, and like you said, that's probably just going to be it. Vivace still holding on to full combo, actually. 98% accuracy. and Exarch just unfortunately not able to hold on where he really needed to. Even then, down about a 0.5% in accuracy, might have lost this pick even with full combo. So props to Vivace, able to hold on where Exarch couldn't, and really this started with that breakpoint right at the start. Exarch's first pick, Nomad 4, excuse me, going over to Vivace, the tech map, where Exarch really just struggled with those cut streams over and over again, and despite Vivace not really having a great score on it, still went over. And that, with 400k plus in his favor, is going to be the winning point for Vivace, 5-2 in this matchup. Well played to him.
Yeah, man, that is a very strong performance from Kevin. Like, Hidden Hard Rock FC, just to cap things off, 98% act, pretty solid as well. He looked very good in this match, looked quite comfortable in this pool, just like we've said, you know, there's that little bit of added level of consistency over Exarch across many of these picks. You know, in a match that's only best of 9, that can add up really fast. You get that break point and just kind of run with it. And that's going to be him moving onward into the next round, is Mr. Vivace, the Australian, going forward to face an opponent to be determined. I'm not actually sure, but he's looking like he can stack up to about anyone based on that performance.
Yeah, well,